As you know, President Zelensky has asked to meet with me, and I will be meeting with him tomorrow morning at around 9:45 in Trump Tower. And it's a shame what's happening in Ukraine. So many deaths, so much destruction. It's a horrible thing. And one of the things that are very bothersome to me is the fact that Europe is paying only a small fraction of the money that the United States of America is paying. And we have an ocean between Russia and ourselves. They don't. So I see what's happening there. It's very, very sad. But we're in for numbers that nobody can even believe. And as you know, the European nations, as a combination, their economy is fairly close to the size of ours. So it's similar. They should be equalizing. They should start paying up. I did this with NATO. I made them all pay. So I'm going to see President Zelensky tomorrow, and thank you all very much. Thank you.
This is my video update on this Friday evening from Kuala Lumpur, September the 27th. Let's talk about some news. And this video is going to be a short video because I am very much under the weather and I am searching for a pharmacy. People, help me out. Where can I find a pharmacy? Anyway, as I'm searching for some medicine, let's go over some important headlines. It looks like Elensky is going to be leaving the United States without permission to fire long-range missiles at Russia. At least that is what all the collective West mainstream media outlets are saying. The Times, they have an article with the title, "Elensky leaves Washington without deal to fire missiles at Russia." I've actually read reports. I think even Kirby put out a statement which said that the Biden White House, Professor Biden, is even telling Elensky to be open to territorial concessions, territorial loss. I think Kirby said that, but I'm not 100%. But I remember reading an article claiming that. So he didn't get, at least the way it looks, he didn't get the missile permission to launch long-range missiles into Russia. Of course, you always have the possibility that the permission has been given, it's all been wrapped up, and it's a done deal, and the missiles will be launched. But I don't think that's the case this time around. In the past, that has been the case. This time around, I don't think so, because the Pentagon is dead set against long-range missile strikes into Russia. Alexander was telling me today that he read reports which claim that Lloyd Austin even told Biden to his face to face with the professor, Lloyd Austin, Darth Vader, face to face with Bidenopolis. He told Biden, no chance are you going to give permission to launch missiles into Russia. Not going to happen. But that's what Alexander was saying. He's read some reports which claim that Lloyd Austin actually had a one-on-one with Biden and told him that's not a good idea. I imagine when they say a one-on-one with Biden, they actually mean a one-on-one with Sullivan and Blinken, and Biden was kind of sitting there in the corner, daydream believer. Anyway, the Pentagon is against it. And we know this. We've been reporting on this for the past 2 weeks. And it looks like the intel agencies are also coming out against this. The New York Times, I think this is the New York Times, they put out an article titled, "U.S. Intelligence Stresses Risks in Allowing Long-Range Strikes by Ukraine. Intelligence agencies concluded that granting Ukraine's request to use Western missiles against targets deep in Russia could prompt forceful retaliation while not fundamentally changing the course of the war, which is what we have been reporting for a while now. Finally, the New York Times finally catches up to the Duran. But look, if this was on the New York Times, that means that the intel agencies, I'm thinking CIA, Burns, Mr. Burns, the intel agencies, they told the New York Times to run this article. This is about as public a statement as you're going to get from the intel agencies, on record saying that they do not support long-range missile strikes into Russia. So you have the Pentagon, which is against it. You have the intel agencies, which is against it. And that pretty much leaves you only with Blinkety Blinken, the State Department. They're the ones that want to escalate to World War III. And Stammer and David Lammy and all of these guys. And Elensky, of course. Elensky, right? But Elensky, he's not going to leave the United States empty-handed, and it's not a complete loss because, as I said in my video the other day, as Alexander has been saying in his videos that he's been putting out, Elensky was taking a negotiating position where he was asking for a lot, impossible things, long-range missile strikes, NATO membership, all of these things, because what he really wanted, at the end of the day, what Elensky was really hoping to get was an endorsement from the Biden White House, and an endorsement from Harris, and an endorsement from Trump. And with this endorsement, saying that they back Elensky. Elensky's the leader of Ukraine. He's the presidente of Ukraine. He's our guy. We met with him. We talked about the situation. This is what all three of them are going to tell Elensky, or at least that's what they're going to tell the media. We met with Elensky. We talked about the situation in Ukraine. It shows that Elensky's the leader. He's the president, and Elensky can go back to Ukraine, and he doesn't have to worry about Poroshenko or Klitschko, Zelensky, or any of these guys trying to usurp him. I love that word. Anyway, yeah, that's what he really wants. So it gives Elensky some time and space, 3, 4, 6 months. I don't know. It gives him some time and space to not worry about some palace intrigue, the Banderites coming after him, so he can figure out his exit plan. That's what I really think is Elensky's end goal. I think what Elensky is gunning for, what he's hoping for, is to get enough time to figure out how he exits Ukraine. I don't think he knows how. He hasn't figured it out yet. And he was getting worried. He was sweating, man. He was sweating about Zelensky and Poroshenko and all of these guys. Zelensky's hanging out in the UK as ambassador to the UK, right? And he went to DC, and he wanted support. And he's going to leave with support because he met with Biden, and Biden said that Ukraine can win. That's what Biden said. Ukraine can win. Ukraine is going to win. Whatever. Biden will say anything. It doesn't matter what Biden says anymore. Who cares? Sullivan is what matters. But Biden came out with a statement and said Ukraine can win. And so he got that endorsement. He met with Harris. Harris pretty much said that Elensky's our guy, and she supports Ukraine and thus supports Elensky. And then you had the question mark Trump. So yesterday I reported that the mainstream media reported that Trump had canceled his meeting with Elensky. He wasn't going to meet with Elensky, and that was troublesome for Elensky, because can you imagine him going back to Kiev and getting only two out of 3 of the main politicians, the main leaders in the United States, only getting 2 of 3 to support you? You leave an opening for Poroshenko or the Banderites to say, well, Trump is most likely going to be the next president of the United States, and he snubbed you, so you need to go. That would have been disastrous for Elensky. So what did Elensky do? What did I say in my video yesterday? I actually said this in my video yesterday when I was talking about Trump canceling the meeting with Elensky. And Mike Johnson was talking about firing the Ukraine ambassador in the United States. What I said is that what Elensky needs to do is he needs to send an apology letter to Trump, because he landed in the United States. He made fun of Trump. He made fun of Vance. Very arrogant, very undiplomatic. And he insulted the host country. And I said, instead of Mike Johnson, Trump, instead of calling to fire the ambassador of Ukraine to the U.S., what Elensky needs to do is he needs to send a letter and apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I said. Please, let's meet. I'm sorry. Please, let's meet. I'm so sorry. And that is exactly what he did. It's exactly what he did. And Trump published the letter. It wasn't coming directly from Elensky. I mean, it was his letter and his words, but it was sent via one of his embassy officials, deputy ambassador of Ukraine, Denis Sianek, so the deputy ambassador, not even the ambassador. That tells you that the ambassador in D.C. for Ukraine is on her way out. But the deputy ambassador sent this letter to contact Trump. He said, "Would you please be so kind to pass this message from President Zelensky to President Trump?" And the letter says, Dear Donald, I hope you're doing well. I recall our recent phone call. It was really good, blah, blah, blah. And basically, it's an apology letter. I mean, he doesn't say, I'm sorry, but it's an apology letter. And he begs Trump. He grovels at Trump's feet to please meet him. Please meet with me. He proposes a day of Friday, today. 9:45 in the morning is when the meeting's going to take place, and Trump accepted. And they will be meeting. By the time this video goes up, they will be about to meet, if not already met. So I imagine Trump's gonna tell the media, I have a good relationship with Elensky, we get along, blah, blah, blah. I worked with him well when I was president, and he was president of Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to end the conflict in Ukraine. Unlike the Biden White House, I'm going to put an end to the conflict in Ukraine. I'm going to go negotiate with Ukraine. I'll negotiate with Russia, and we're going to find an end to the war. But Elensky is someone that I can talk to. He's going to say something along those lines. And that gives Elensky the 3 endorsements he needs to go back to Kiev and not worry so much about being regime changed. So that's the news, everybody. I don't think I'm going to talk about any more topics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head up here to the shopping mall. I think this is the train station. I'm going to go to the shopping mall. I'm going to find me a cure for what I got. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Clown World. Do I have a Clown World? Oh boy. There was some news like 3-4 days ago that a former British army officer or military official who's now in politics, I forgot the guy's name. I'm just trying to remember what I read about this. But he was upset with Starmer. He said that Starmer is not supporting Britain because Starmer, he has a Siberian cat, or a cat from Siberia. I wonder if I have it bookmarked. I don't have it bookmarked. I'll find it and put it on the screen. But he said that Starmer is supporting Russia. He kind of hinted at the fact that Starmer is supporting Russia because he has a Siberian cat instead of a British cat. Okay. It's not much, but it's a clown world. Anything with Starmer nowadays is a clown world. Anyway, that is the video, everybody. TheDuran.locals.com. We are on Rumble, ODYSEE, BitChute, Telegram, Rockfin, and Twitter X. Go to the Duran shop, pick up some merch, like this awesome t-shirt that I'm wearing today with the flag of Australia on the sleeve. I'll put a link to our merch shop down below. Take care.